Been meaning to get to this one for a couple of weeks, and there's another opportunity to kind of step up and do something. It's called the Orange County Walk to Remember, and Kristen Von Rotz is the organizer, and she is on the line with me right now. We don't have a lot of time for you to tell your story, but it's a sad story. But I was reading something you wrote recently, and you want to point out it has a happy ending, doesn't it?
It does. It does. Basically, my story is that I was pregnant, and I was carrying a baby that was growing, at the right pace, and I was healthy, and everything was going really well. And then when I was 19 weeks pregnant, I found out the baby I was carrying was diagnosed with lobar holoprosencephaly, and basically I was told that my baby had no brain and he would not survive. I carried my son Joseph as long as I could. And
wow, how do you go on after that moment? What?
Yeah,
your mind must be blown.
It was. We had thought of a lot of different scenarios. I went to just a regular, normal ultrasound, that ultrasound that they tell you if your baby's a boy or a girl.
Right.
We were so excited for that moment. And then they called us later and said, something's wrong and you have to come back. And I have to say, it never dawned on me that they would tell me my baby was going to die. So many things ran through my mind of what could be wrong and how we would care for him. It was so shocking. And one of the things that's really inspired me to help other families was the lack of support I got when they gave me that diagnosis. They wrote down this big, long medical term on a piece of paper, and they shoved me out the door.
Off to Google.
Yeah, which is scary, especially with a diagnosis such as this.
Yeah, there's no good news on Google if you start to look for anything medical.
No, there's not.
And we're not qualified to separate the fact from the BS, right?
That's right. And I knew my son was terminal. He had the most severe form of this disease that there is. And I did deliver him, and he was born alive, which was a miracle in of itself. But he just lived for 1 minute, and he died in mine and my husband's arms. And, I just looked at this tiny baby, and I thought, this can't be the end of his legacy. This just can't be it. I can't just have this baby that's born and is never remembered. And so I started OC Walk to Remember with another mom, and it started out as a very small walk, as the name reflects. And in 9 years, it's grown to be this huge, multifaceted nonprofit organization that supports 28 hospital support groups and national groups. And I just feel like my son's life means something. And
well, I would say your son accomplished more in 1 minute than a lot of people do in an entire lifetime.
That's exactly it. And I'm so proud to be his mom. And I think he's such an example to other people that you can make a difference in this world, no matter how big you are, or how strong you are, or how long you're here.
Amazing. So what can we do to help?
Well, there's so many things that we need. We need donations and volunteers, and really just to get the word out there to moms like me and families like mine that have lost a baby, that you aren't alone and that there is support and that there is better care for families. Our website is ocwalktoremember.org, and there's lots of information on there. We have a golf tournament that's coming up on September 13th in Orange County, and then we have a big annual walk in October 5th. And that also takes place in Orange County. And, we just love people to come and participate and see what we're about and, give support to these very, very special families and keep remembering these babies, because I'm just one example. 1 in 4 women loses a baby. So there's so many families that need love and support.
Thank you, Kristen. We'll have you back on next month closer to those events and talk about it again.
That would be great. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Appreciate it. Oh, what a nice woman. Has been through a lot and turn something bad into something good. It's the conversation we were having earlier the week, right? About people who some people decide they're going to be victims, and that's what they are for the rest of their lives. And then there are people like that who take the worst case scenario and turn it into something absolutely amazing. Her website, ocwalktoremember.org. There's a link on my webpage. You can go check it out there. So you don't have to remember it. Just go to KFIam640.com when you get home, and you can check it out, see how you can help. That's it. I'm done. Have a great weekend. I'll talk to you.